another episode of Real Life Movie Talk. It is your boy, Chris.
Blockbuster Ben. What's up, everybody? What's up, bro?
What's going on, man?
Nothing. Same old, hot as hell outside.
Summer's coming.
Yeah, but I got working AC this year. Last year, our AC we were going through it, man. Going through it. It was going up, and we were trying to make it last, and it didn't, and it just...
Did you hit your boy, Nicholas Warfield, friend of the show?
Yeah, Nick and Danny hooked it up, man. They did... we just got the new outside unit like a month ago.
Awesome.
But inside, we replaced stuff inside last year. Thought that was enough to get us through. It kind of made it, but it was rough. We had some rough days. And then we replaced the outside unit, yeah, like a couple weeks ago.
And Nick did mine like 3 years ago or something. Yeah. Still nice and cold.
Yeah. No, it's an icebox down here right now, which I love. That's I'm in my element there. Cold with a blanket. It's my ideal to watch a movie.
Ideal sleeping. Yep.
And sleeping. Yes, for sure. Anything else this week? Anything crazy? I don't really have a whole lot. Like, nothing much went on, I feel like. I don't know.
I will say, Ted Lasso.
Oh, Ted Lasso.
See, you have to watch it.
Yeah.
You have to watch it.
Okay.
It's incredible. Not to give a review on it, but a quick little synopsis. It starts off cheeky, corny, just Mr. Nice Guy, and it grabs you. It's just amazing. It really is weird. I laughed a lot more than I thought I would, and
Courtney and I fell asleep on the first episode way back when it came out. Yeah. And then we just said we'll go back, and we just haven't gone back. But Mythic Quest is also back. I do remember that.
Yes.
So Mythic Quest is also back.
Both on Apple TV
Plus, yeah.
Which is like $10 a month. But you get it.
I think it's $5.
Oh yeah.
And they keep extending my free. So like
you get a free year, right?
When I got the latest iPhone, I guess back when the 11 came out or whatever. You got a year free, and then they have just kept extending it. I don't think I've been charged for Apple TV Plus yet. So
that's pretty.
Here we are. Yeah.
But they got some good content. So Mythic Quest is great.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, Ted Lasso is a comedy like I never expected. After the first episode, I was like, it's okay, and then it just grabbed me.
Yeah. No, it's my cousin loves it. He recommended it, and we just haven't gone back yet. I do want to shout out my daughter, Celine. She put this whole entire, if you were wondering why all the Blockbuster stuff isn't here, she built this is the Great Hall from Harry Potter. She built it all by herself, and it's pretty friggin' sweet, man. I don't know. It's got like all the people inside. Can't miss them. They're all there. She set them all up.
This is the serpent?
Yeah, serpent. Oh, God, Chris. Come on, bro.
All right, I got to fix that.
Oh, my goodness. Oh,
damn,
God.
Son.
Where was it hanging? All right, cool. So anyway, yeah, I thought it'd be cool to put it on the bar for a couple episodes since she took all the time to build it. So there it is.
It is awesome.
Yeah. Okay. Beer and popcorn?
Beer and popcorn.
What do you have?
Disclaimer, I'm back on a bit of a diet. Not as crazy as the carbless thing, but I will be taking it easy with the popcorn until my birthday, which is a few weeks from now. So,
isn't popcorn kind of like a low-carb snack, though? No, it's not. Cool.
Popcorn's terrible for you.
Great. Glad we eat it every week. God damn.
Yeah, I said that to my wife, actually. I was like, yeah, I'm not going to eat much popcorn. It's really bad for you, especially if you're trying to lose weight. She's like, oh, I had popcorn last night because I thought it wasn't that bad. I was like, oh.
Yeah, I guess that's maybe common misconception. I don't know why. Anyway, whatever.
Whatever.
Cool. So beer though.
Old Pro.
Yeah.
Same thing from last week.
Last week, me too.
A little touch of tart.
Yeah.
I liked.
Me too. I got the Spectrology Sour, the tropical sour ale from Heavy Seas. This is my last one, so I want to polish it off.
There you go.
I hopefully get something new this weekend. I think they had the can release come out with the dog, the one, the contest that we talked about way back when.
Yeah.
So I think that one comes out this weekend.
Oh, cool.
So I'm going to try to get it.
Call us Heavy Seas.
Yeah, please. And then popcorn is Easy Pops as always. This is just the straight up white cheddar, which we've had, right?
I don't think we've had it on here.
Okay.
I have had it.
I like it.
I will say that's better than when I had it.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Now, it might have been me. I might have held the shoe on before I ate it, but The white cheddar flavors really sank in.
It's crazy. I poured this a couple minutes ago. Went upstairs, did a couple last minute things. Came back down. I mean, it smells like the popcorn down here.
That's way better.
Yeah, this is good. I like this.
That can be hard not to eat.
Yeah, well, we didn't pour a lot in this thing, so he's fine. Anyway, I mean, if you want, we can pick a different snack.
No.
Like,
I'm fine.
Okay. All right.
I'm not a baby. I'll be all right.
Cool.
Drinking, right?
Yeah. Okay. All good stuff though. I mean, it almost feels like we kind of beat it into the ground, but they keep giving us the popcorn, and we can't tell you guys enough how good it is. I mean, it's great stuff. You gotta go up there. If you haven't gone up to the store yet, you gotta go up. It's such a cool place.
The store is really cool.
They have so much more than just popcorn. I mean, the people are nice. The owners are super cool. Chris met them. I haven't yet. So yeah, and the guy that makes all the popcorn is really, like, the last time I was in there getting this, he's like, when are we gonna do the flavor?
We're gonna decide on a flavor.
Yeah.
Tonight or tomorrow, and we'll get it to them this week.
Yeah. Yeah. So hopefully we got a Real Life Movie Talk GAC flavor coming soon. Something. Figure that out. Okay. You wanna jump into these movie reviews? Just go for it. We got nothing ahead of them, unless you have something else you wanted to talk about. We got nothing ahead of the reviews. We got 2 reviews to get through, and then a 3 to keep.
I don't think anything crazy has happened.
Yeah, I don't think so either, man. We can just jump right into it.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. We'll do the new one first. The newbie. Those who wish me dead. Brand new movie. Just came out last week. It went straight to HBO Max, as well as theaters. I went to see it in theaters. Did you end up going to theaters?
No.
Okay. Okay.
It's been a week.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, I wish I did.
Okay.
I know you made the note that Courtney said maybe you didn't have to see it in theaters.
Yeah.
But the fire scenes and some of the scenic views, I kind of wish I was
pretty wild.
In theaters
Yeah. So yeah, it's like I said, just came out. It's rated R. Hour and 40 minutes. Directed by Taylor Sheridan, who I love. Like, I love all his stuff. He wrote and directed Wind River, which is an incredible movie. He was the creator of TV show Yellowstone, which I keep saying is one of the best shows on TV, and nobody, like, I know a few people that watch it, but like
I'm on episode 3.
Okay, it's so good. It's on.
It really is good.
Like, all the old seasons are on Peacock for free. Like, you can go watch them, and I highly recommend you do. He wrote Sicario. He wrote Hell or High Water, and he wrote the second Sicario. Didn't direct it, and then he wrote Without Remorse, which we reviewed 2 weeks ago. Whatever it was, the Tom Michael B. Jordan Tom Clancy movie. Yes. So yeah, he's written a lot. He also wrote this with a guy named Charles Levitt. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't know what I just said. Charles Levitt.
Charles Levitt.
And Michael Corita. I don't know. Corita. I don't know. Anyway, they wrote the screenplay together. Michael Corita also wrote the novel that this movie is based on.
Cool.
Which I think I'm going to buy, honestly.
Okay. You going to read it?
I am, and I'll get into that when we start.
Okay, you don't just buy books to have them, right? You read them?
Some of them just sit. Some of those over there have sat for a while, but I do
comic book style? Just buy them to have them?
No, well, I buy to read. I do enjoy reading, but then it's like, sometimes it's like, where the hell does the time go? You know what I mean?
You had a full-time job, you're a movie critic.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Yeah, but again, I do try. I've started, again, recently trying to read at least, like, 30 minutes before I go to bed. Like, that's the last thing I do. Screen off, and then I try to read.
Does it help you sleep? It
does kind of like it does something to me. I don't know if it's just me, but like, when it's late and you're tired anyway,
That's cool.
Like when you're just laying there, I mean, you're reading and your eyes just start to get, so it's like, okay, cool, boom, done. So anyway, the plot, the boy and his father, this boy and his father go on the run, because his father is a forensic accountant. He uncovers something, we don't know what, something that implicates a lot of high-ranking government officials. So him and his son go on the run to try to escape what he knows is coming. These 2 assassins track them down. They kill the boy's father, and then they go after the boy as well. So it's about the boy trying to survive, right? Yep. And he meets Angelina Jolie's character,
who has her own storyline, obviously.
Yeah, and then, you know, the local sheriff gets involved. It's set in Montana, and it's just, the scenery is, I mean, it's beautiful. I can't say, I love movies set. He sets, I think, all of Taylor Sheridan stuff, a lot of it anyway, is set out there. Yellowstone is in Montana.
Oh, yeah.
This movie, I think Wind River was in Wyoming. A lot
country folk.
Yeah, and I mean, even like Sicario and Hell or High Water, I think were like the Texas like border area. But still, like, you know, that part of the country.
That's probably where he's from. He probably has a lot of cactus charms at his house.
Or he just loves that part of the country. You know what I mean?
Like a turquoise bracelet, probably.
Maybe. I don't know. I hope not. You know, that to me is like...
You know how those Texans are.
No. Yeah. Yeah, so it's all kind of set against the backdrop of a wildfire, right? So the assassins get there and they start this crazy wildfire, and I mean, it's like a race against the clock, man. It's really kind of, it's super...
Oh, yeah, it's quick watch.
Yeah, fast-paced.
An hour 40, something like that.
An hour 40, and, like, it's fast-paced. I mean, it's really, like, almost to the point that it's like, I mean, granted, I understood everything. I didn't, like, miss a I was paying attention. And if you're paying attention, you will get it. Like, but if you playing with your phone or something... You can miss a small detail and then be like, well, why the hell did this happen? Or whatever. Like, I think there are certain key, just like one phrase things. And then if you miss that, you're kind of like screwed up later. You don't understand why certain things happen. So
another reason a movie theater helps.
Yeah, no phones to distract you. Well, no phones that are supposed, you know,
right.
The people behind us, man. We had some chatty Cathys behind us, man. His family was just like, it's like, why did you guys come? If you wanted to talk, go to dinner. Why are you here? Right. Like, shut up. Shut the hell up. I was so angry. Like, come on, man. I tried to, like, block it out. Because it did get loud at times, and that kind of helped. But it's still, like, I'm like, bro, come on. And I just knew the second we walked up, I saw this family. They come in. They look clueless. They don't know, like, they've ever been to a movie theater before.
Think they're from another country that doesn't have movie theaters?
I don't know where they were from. But, yeah, it's just like, come on, man. Come on.
I hate that.
Yeah.
Did you say anything?
No, I don't ever confront people in the movie theaters. I just feel like it's a recipe for disaster. You know, I'm
not a big confrontational person either.
Well, in that setting, it's like, now I'm missing, like, even more because I turned around to talk to you. And I don't know. I just, you know, honestly just don't know what you're going to get. You could tell some psychopath to shut the hell up, and next thing you know,
starts a fire in your neighborhood.
Starts a fire, or he shoots you, or something crazy. Like, I remember something happened in Florida. Like, there was a confrontation in a movie, and this old guy just pulled out a gun, killed another guy.
Florida, man.
It is Florida, yeah. But so anyway, I try to like really just refrain, and I get pissed, and then I just, you know, whatever.
It's a smart move.
Yeah, but we had no issues last week, like when we went.
Yeah, no, it was good.
But it just happens that way. Anyway, we're getting sidetracked. I don't know what the fuck. Excuse me. But, anyway.
Anywho.
I feel like I was just rambling.
You really
Jesus
want to get that off your chest,
I guess. The cast is great. Angelina Jolie, who I haven't seen in forever.
Nah. Now she doesn't have Brad Pitt weighing her down anymore. She can get back in the acting scene.
I guess.
She looked good.
I thought so. And like, it's been so long since I've seen her. I mean, that's Hollywood. They...
Like, she was really skinny, but they made a joke about it in the movie, which was funny.
Yeah, she's a smoke jumper, which are like the crazy guys that get flown over these wildfires and then parachute down into the fire to fight it. It's insane. You're talking about a crazy career.
Wildness, yes.
The boy, Connor, played by Finn Little, I didn't recognize. The local sheriff, deputy, John Bernthal, love him.
Yeah.
And then the two assassins, Aidan Gillen, that's Jack, Game of Thrones, Littlefinger.
Yeah, Littlefinger from Game of Thrones, and the cop is the Punisher, right?
Yeah, okay. John Bernthal, yeah. And the other assassin, played by Nicholas Hoult, who's Beast from the X-Men movies.
Oh, yeah. I didn't know I recognized
I couldn't figure, I had to look it up. I was like, who was it? Yeah. So, anyway.
It's a good cast.
What did you think of the movie?
I liked it.
Yeah.
There's some things, and like you said, maybe I missed, but overall, I really liked it. I thought the assassins did a really good job of just knowing their mission and understanding their mission, like it dehumanizes them, but it also shows that they have a purpose. Like, this is our goal. This is what we have to do. There's nothing that can stop us. Yeah. And you can't relate to that, but you understand it.
You understand that kind of person. Like, oh, he's methodical. They are methodical. Yep. They're military of some kind, I would assume. Or ex-military or whatever.
And a lot of times in movies, the villains do things similar without a motive. And it kind of draws a disconnect. Like, oh, that's just a bad person. Yes, these are bad people, but they're not bad people to be bad people. They have a mission they have to accomplish. And it just, I don't know, I thought it was a good way of...
I think that's the way they look at it, right?
Like they're trying to portray it, right?
Yeah, they're just the cold-hearted assassins. They've been assigned a task because this document or whatever is going to bring down a lot of high-ranking government officials. So they're like, it's just going to do harm to the government. We got to put a stop to this. That's kind of how I think they looked at it. I wish the movie was longer. I think the movie, I enjoyed it. I would say it's a good movie. I think it could have been a great movie. It was, like I said, an hour and 40 minutes. You add another 30, 45 minutes to it. Make it 2 hours, like 2.5 hours, you know. There was a lot of backstory that could have been there that wasn't. They gave you a little, but it's not that it needed it. I wanted it. Right. I wanted more of Angelina Jolie's like checkered past, like kind of what they tell you kind of why she's like going through PTSD a little bit. They give you a little, but like I want more of that. I want more of her relationship with the other smoke jumpers. I want more of like John Bernthal as like the sheriff and like that relationship with his wife who was awesome. Give me a little more of the father uncovering the secret at the beginning, and then at the end, I wouldn't say it just ends. But
are you spoiler alerts?
No, I'm just saying I wanted more of the fallout, like of what happens. You know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, I guess, you know.
Spoilery?
Yeah.
All right, going into a spoiler territory.
Yeah,
so
sorry.
Go see the movie.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's basically it. The guys are hunting them. They start a fire, and Angelina had a big thing in her past where she froze and watched some kids die. They argue with her about whether she should have or she shouldn't have. She's beating herself up. She looks depressed. She almost looks suicidal. Yeah. This little boy comes along, and it's her moment for redemption. Like, all right, he's in trouble. He needs saving. I'm doing whatever it takes to save this kid. And then that's kind of the plot of the story. Yeah. But spoilery, yes. If we're going right to it, the reason they are hunting this boy for the information the father had never gets revealed. Right. And that kills me. Yeah. I mean, if they did it in a classy way, or like just a better way, I'd appreciate it a little more. But they never hint at it. The main bad guy who shows himself, Tyler Perry, they don't explain him at all either. Like, they act like he's some super badass when they go to meet him, the assassins.
The way they talk about him, yeah.
And then he just says 2 things, and boom, never hear from him or hear about him again. Yeah. And that would be my criticism of the movie.
And that's where they could have given you more about this guy, too. It was just like a weird cameo to get Tyler Perry for this one scene. Where it's like, you could have used him throughout the movie, you know? And I don't think he was like the main bad, but he was like the messenger. You see him get into this like government SUV. It's got the government plates. Yep. And again, if you're not paying attention, that's a small detail you could miss if you're not looking at the car. Right. You don't see the government plates. That's like one thing I'm talking about where you got to pay attention to the movie. So you kind of get what's going on.
When you said that, I was like, did I miss why they were chasing him? But they never revealed it.
No, it just, at the very beginning, they say...
Well, I know that. Like, it's information that's going to be harmful to powerful people.
And that's it. Essentially it. That's it. And that's what I'm... Yeah, no, But what I meant by pay attention was like, if you don't even hear them say that, then you're going to be like, what the hell? Well, right. What's going on? So, because it's so, like, the movie expects you to be paying attention, that it's like, if you miss that line, if you miss this line, well... You gotta catch it. Yeah.
That's how good movies should be.
I wouldn't argue against that. I agree with that totally. Would you have wanted to see more? Like, do you think you would have liked it more had there been more, like, screen time?
If it ended differently. Like, they could have drugged the ending out maybe 15, 20 minutes just so we could understand a little bit of the motivation.
Yeah.
Also, the little boy lost his dad. He doesn't know what he's going to do with his life now. Angelina's kind of like, oh, you'll figure it out.
Well, we'll figure it out together. She did say that, but like, yeah, exactly. Yeah. The other backstory, he lost his mother to cancer or something. So like, this kid literally, it's not like, you're probably maybe thinking like, oh, he can just go back to his mother. Nope.
Yeah.
We don't know what kind of family he has. Like, the end should have been, like I said, I wanted to see more of the fallout from what happens for the information. I think they hint that the information is going to be released.
Right.
But like, what happens there? Who goes down? What happens to the boy? What happens to Angelina Jolie?
Real life Angelina would have adopted that kid in a second.
In a second. Yes.
Not even close.
Yep. I don't know. It's pretty simple. I don't have a lot to like critique this movie.
I will say I really enjoyed the banter back and forth between Angelina and the boy.
That was they were good.
Because it was just funny. Like, he's the one that calls her out on being too skinny.
Uh-huh.
And they were going back and forth. There was a scene where she was talking about losing a life and her dad or something. And he said,
oh, yeah.
Yeah, my mom died of cancer when I was 16. Or when I was 6 or something. And she goes, it's really hard to be sad around you.
Yeah.
Like, it's funny.
I feel bad for myself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's... Again,
I like it.
And so that's what I mentioned earlier, that I want to get the book. I'm maybe hoping the book has more to give. Like, it has more details about all of that. And that's kind of why I want to read it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still got to get through Without Remorse. I'm still reading that, but, like, eventually I'll probably get this book.
Maybe it's the Cincinnati box from Hot Tub Time Machine. You're not supposed to know what it is.
Dude, I also, like, got to give them bonus points for the soundtrack because I love Chris Stapleton, and there was a Chris Stapleton song that popped right in the middle. And when I heard it, I looked across, I was like, yeah, I was pumped, man.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, overall, again, the visuals are great. Taylor Sheridan, I mean, has it down. Filming in the Midwest, he has it down. It looks great. I mean, even
visually.
A little bit of CGI where you could, like, the beginning when this house explodes at the beginning, and that was clear, like, oh, that's pretty bad.
I had to watch it on my phone, so.
Cool.
I put it on my Apple TV, but my Apple TV started cutting the sound after 30 seconds.
Damn.
So I tried 6 times, then I just watched it on my phone.
Well, the house that explodes at the very beginning of the movie, it's so plain as day. Like, it just didn't look good. But then you could kind of see why, because that wildfire looked insane. The whole, like, there's all these scenes in the fire, and it's
super topical, right?
Yeah.
California burnt down like a year ago, right?
Yes, yeah.
A year and a half.
Yeah, it was pretty wild out there.
So,
but yeah, I just, overall, good movie. I think could have been great.
It really did have potential. It was a real easy watch, and compared to the movies that we've seen lately, it's been great. The movies that we've seen that are coming out have not been.
Yeah.
The one we just reviewed last week was good.
Yeah, we were so lucky.
That one and then this one are the 2 best movies I've seen, new movies I've seen in a while.
Right. So, what would you score it? Do you have a score? Obviously, you have a score.
Yeah, I'm between 2 numbers.
Okay.
So, I'm going to go 7-1. Why?
Yes.
That's yours?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I really was going to say that.
I would definitely recommend you watch it.
I would say watch it too.
You like it. That kind of movie, right?
Again, it was good. And I would also recommend you watch it, but it could have been great. I think it could have been a great movie. I like long movies. I think anything less than a 2-hour movie nowadays, it's like you're doing yourself a disservice because TV has so much time to tell a story. Like, and you're doing that in an hour and 40 minutes. Like, you need more time, especially something based on a book, where a book gives you more details than you can handle.
Right. Is this a single book or are there multiple books?
One book. It's a standalone story. Which
also, I was also kind of hoping there'd be like a series.
Well, yeah. So yeah, I'm pumped to read. Like Without Remorse, there's 2, so I'll at least hopefully get to read the second one. So 7-1 for me too. I'm not going to change. That's the score I had in my head. That's what I had, and boom, we're there. Real easy average on that one.
Easy average.
Side note, my wife did not like it.
At all?
Okay, no. She said she would rate it in the 4s.
Whoa.
Yeah, low. So, she didn't give an exact, but she did not like it. So, if you watched her episode, you understand her taste. She had some gripes. Not going to go through all of them with you guys. One of them being, though, she wanted to know more. But, yeah, she just said, she's like, I just didn't like it. So, there we go.
I will say, the guy that plays Littlefinger, I think he's a terrible actor. Like, I hate him as an actor. But he was okay in this role.
He was fine.
The Game of Thrones role is the best role he's ever done. Because it just suits his weirdness.
Yeah.
But the mayor... And no, not even Game of Thrones. Who wasn't that good in Game of Thrones? In Peaky Blinders.
I've never seen Peaky Blinders.
Oh, my God.
Now here's good. Yeah.
So good. He plays a gypsy. That's the best role he's ever played.
Okay. All right.
But I don't really like his acting.
Okay. Yeah. He wasn't entirely convincing as like a highly trained military operative.
Yeah.
But, you know, it was okay. It worked. The other guy clearly was. It was fine. Yeah. It just, you know, it's good. Recommend seeing it. Let us know what you think in the comments.
Let us know what you think in the comments.
All right. Next up, I'm going to rewind back to 2013. Out of the Furnace.
I gotta stop eating this.
Okay. Out of the Furnace. Directed by Scott Cooper. He directed Crazy Heart, Black Mass, and Hostiles. The Western.
I didn't like any of those movies.
Cool. You didn't like Black Mass with Johnny Depp? And Hostiles, the Western, with also Christian Bale?
Yeah, I don't know what Hostiles is.
Okay.
I thought you were talking about the Hostel movie.
No.
Okay. I don't like that one.
Okay.
I don't know the Hostels. But Black Mass was boring for me.
This, written also by Scott Cooper and Brad Inglesby, who I was like, when the credits came on and I saw the name, I recognized, I was like, what the hell? He is the showrunner and like creator, and he's even written a few episodes of the show that's on Mayor of Easttown that I'm watching week to week right now. It's on HBO, Mayor of Easttown. It's so good. Rob and Jess come over every week to watch it with Courtney and I. It's absolutely great. It's about a murder in a small town outside, like a fictional town outside like Philadelphia.
What do we know so far?
I don't know what we know. All I know is what we don't know.
With a very specific accent.
I don't know. I know her. It's Owen's dirter.
Dirter?
Did I stir? The dirter's been murdered.
Oh, daughter.
Which is funny because Out of the Furnace is also set in like rural PA.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I would highly recommend Mayor of Easttown. And then when I like put two and two together, I was like, oh, that makes sense. It's like it really makes sense. You know, the Pennsylvania, the story, it all kind of was like, oh, it's all. Like,
all right, I'll watch Mayor of Easttown if you watch Peaky Blinders.
I'm going to watch Peaky Blinders. I plan to watch. Courtney and I have fallen asleep on the first episode of Peaky Blinders 3 times. So I was like,
the fucking Peaky Blinders?
I don't drink.
I said fucking.
It's still a cuss word. It's yeah. So eventually I was like, do you still want to watch it? She's like, no. So it's just about me now going to watch it on my own.
You a subtitles or no subtitles guy?
If I have to. If I'm watching,
you will have to on Peaky Blinders.
Okay, so if I'm watching a foreign movie or an international film, whatever you want to call it, and it's in another language, obviously I have to.
Yeah, yeah.
And with accents, sometimes you got it. Those British, and they're from Ireland? Is that yeah.
Tom Hardy is, you can't understand it.
You can't understand Tom Hardy sometimes when he speaks in regular voice. Like,
what was that show he had, Taboo?
Yeah.
Couldn't understand a word he said.
I still don't know what that show is.
I pretended to like it because I feel like I was supposed to. But I don't know what the hell was going on.
I still don't know what that show is about. That's so funny you say that.
Dark gypsy pirate or something.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Okay, so anyway, I don't know if I said that. Rated R, about 2-hour running time. Good movie, good length. It felt, good for the story. And the plot basically is about a guy named, it's about this guy, Rodney Bays, who disappears, and law enforcement doesn't really act quick enough for his brother, Russell, who then decides to take matters into his own hands. Older brother.
The like, protector of the family.
Yep, because the father is ill, the
dead at that point.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's his uncle. That's the other, Sam Shepard.
Yeah,
it's his uncle. So his father's ill and his uncle's kind of around, but it's, again, you said the protector of the family. He's the one, he's got the job. The brother's in the military. The younger brother, Rodney, is in the military. It's set in, it starts off in 2008, right before President Obama gets elected. And then there's a time jump in the movie. And then the majority of the story takes place in that section. It's basically, I mean, this is minor spoiler, but like Russell Crowe, Jesus.
Christian Bale?
His name's Russell Baze, but
okay.
yes, Christian Bale's character, Russell, I mean, very early on, he's driving home from a bar, and a car on this 2-lane road backs down a driveway, and he plows into him after he's had a couple drinks, and it insinuates that he killed the people inside, a mother and a child, so he goes to jail. So that the time jump is from when he goes to jail to when he gets out of jail, which is about 5 years. I think it fast forwards then to 2013 when it was actually filmed.
Yep.
So yeah, I guess hinted at the cast a little bit. Christian Bale plays Russell Baze. Casey Affleck plays Rodney Baze Jr., the son or the younger brother. Woody Harrelson plays the villain Harlan DeGroat, which is a crazy name. Harlan
DeGroat.
Yeah, Zoe Saldana is in it. Sam Shepard, Willem Dafoe, and then Forrest Whitaker. So good cast, like a really good cast, and I thought all the acting performances were great.
I agree.
And yeah, I mean it's a slow burn of a story. It's very slow, and I think it's very meticulously told in that it's a lot of dialogue. So you kind of like you really getting to know the characters, and then it's brutal. I mean, it just jumps to being violent. And it's I like movies like that. I can appreciate that kind of storytelling.
All right.
So, what do you think of the movie?
I like it.
Okay. Chris had never seen it. I had seen this movie.
I actually had seen it.
Oh.
I didn't know that until we started watching.
Okay.
I'm so bad with names.
Right.
I thought I hadn't, and then I started watching. And it's funny because now I'm positive I haven't seen The Machinist.
Okay.
Literally, I was like, yeah, The Machinist. That's the one where
he's also like a steel worker, right?
Yeah. So I mixed the two up.
Yeah.
But
also Christian Bale. Like Christian Bale, steel worker. Like,
I'm a little bit skinnier than Christian Bale, but still.
Yeah.
So I mixed it up, but I thought it was better this time than I remember it being.
Okay.
The build-up, like you said, if I was this age when I saw it for the first time, it might be different because of what happens in the movie when the brother goes missing. I already knew that was going to happen. Yeah. So it was kind of expected, but if that actually happened real time with my brain where it is now as opposed to when it came out, I think it would have mattered more to me. Okay. I liked it. There's some things about it I really didn't like.
Okay. Yeah, I really like this movie. It's not my favorite. It reminded me of movies like, it reminds me of movies like Winter's Bone. Have you seen Winter's Bone? That is an incredible movie, and it's like Jennifer Lawrence before she became like the Katniss Everdeen. Right, it was like right before the Hunger Games, I think. Before she blew up, she plays this like young girl, and her father goes missing in the hills of Kentucky, and it's like very similar kind of story.
Those rural areas.
Those hills, baby. These are the hill people in New Jersey, as they're called. Yeah, so it's set across Pennsylvania and into New Jersey. I didn't even know there was like a rural, mountainous New Jersey. So that was new to me.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
It's close to Philly. I don't know. I guess there's got to be parts, but Jersey's so small.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, I didn't even know this part of New Jersey existed.
It's like, I mean, you want to call it trailer trash. You want like tent trash?
I don't want to say tent. I just say mountain people, hill people.
Cave trash.
Listen, if you live in a hill...
You're probably not watching this. And if you are...
Yeah.
Move out.
Get out of there. Yeah, it's nothing but drugs and violence.
If you're a good person.
And bare knuckle fights.
If you're a good person and you like it, you do what you want.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, if you're bare knuckle fighting and murdering people over $1,000 debts, then you're a piece of shit and I don't like you.
Yeah, that's we can start if you want to jump into like, I really liked it, you really liked it, and we can just move into like our spoilery, nitty-gritty. I mean, the movie's 8 years old at this point, whatever. But yeah, it's basically, Rodney, Casey Affleck's character, he's kind of like a gambling addict. Would you say gambling addict?
To me, it seemed like he came back from the war.
But even before he left, he was betting on the horses. He,
just a typical kind of like screw up. Like
he wasn't Russell was the responsible brother.
Mm-hmm.
He's got the job at the plant. Rodney's like...
He wants more out of life.
Yeah.
What he has just isn't good enough, and he's got aspirations for more.
Yeah.
Which I probably why he joined the military in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
He comes back. He's still poor. He's broke. He talks about his experience and how he has nothing to show for it.
Yeah.
His brother says, get a job at the mill.
Yeah.
He says, I'm not working there. It killed Dad. And he's like, it's good enough. Christian Bale, it's good enough for Dad. It's good enough for me. It should be good enough for you.
Yeah.
Whatever. That kind of aspirations beyond where you come from.
He did multiple tours. So, like, and they hint at, like, the last one, he went through some stuff.
Right.
And so he's got PTSD, so he's now fighting in, like, bare-knuckle backyard fights.
Yep.
And so he's trying to make some money. You know, these guys want him. Willem Dafoe plays, like, the local loan shark kind of guy. And Woody Harrelson plays this, like, the main villain from...
Cave Trash.
From New Jersey. And, I mean, they intro him at the beginning. That's the first thing you see is him. Right. You get introduced to him and his evilness right off the bat. I mean, it's crazy. There's literally no question after that first scene, like, oh, this guy's terrible.
Right. They do. That's one thing they really do a really good job of building the bad guy.
Yeah. So then he's kind of like the leader of like this. They sell drugs, they run fights, they run girls. I mean, he's just like a up in the mountains like crime ring kind of thing. Yeah. But Casey Affleck starts fighting in the local fights. Not enough money. He's not doing this. They want him to take dives. They want this. They want that. So he wants to go fight in New Jersey. And Willem Dafoe's character is like, we're not going there. Yeah, and it's a lot of back and forth. Finally convinces him to go there. So he goes, and they want him to take a dive in this fight. And it's really like, you're not sure if he's going to do it. Because he had been in that situation and didn't do it before. Right.
And he almost beat the dude outright.
Yeah.
He had to lean on the guy and say, get
up and beat me. Yeah. So, you know, he loses the fight. And it's like, okay. Whew, yeah,
that guy did that or they were going to kill him.
Right. So then you find... It was kind of also hinted at that Willem Dafoe's character, what is his name? I just got to call him by his name. John Petty owes Harlan de Groot money early on. So this whole Casey Rodney throwing the fight is about like, that's going to make him enough money, squares the debt. It's done.
Squares the debt, right.
And that's what he thinks. Okay. So then they're on their way out of the mountain. And then it's like, you know. Nothing good.
They stop him.
They stop him.
And then they kill him.
They blow... Harlan de Groot's like, wait, you thought we were good? You owe me all that money? You thought we were just good?
After he said you could go. Like,
yeah.
We're good. Get out of here.
Yeah.
Catch him.
Yeah. So he kills him. And then Casey Affleck is kind of like... He witnessed the murder. That's the only reason they killed him. You know, you'd think it would have been because he didn't throw the fight or whatever. They only killed him because he was just there. Right. And it was like, God damn. And he had left this note for his brother, like, hey, this is my last one. I'm going to get a job with you. And, okay. All right. Yeah.
That's one criticism for me.
Okay, why not?
It just felt like an afterthought. I would never see that. Okay. If I'm going to bare-knuckle fight after getting in an argument with my brother, I'm not writing him a effing note.
What if he thought he was going to die or something? What if it was just in case, you know?
Then I think the scene for me would have been more powerful because it didn't need it, right? Even if he never made amends and died, the movie would have been the same. Yeah. But if he would have just maybe in person been like, look, you're right. I'm just going to get out of this. Yeah. And then... Yeah. I don't know. I mean, the note mattered.
You're right. I guess what he wrote in the note wouldn't have, like, insinuated that he thought he was going to die. So that might not be the best example, but... I don't know, I didn't hate it.
It hit. Like, when I was listening to him, I was like, damn, he wanted to be better. But then the more I thought about it, I was kind of like, that would never happen, I don't think.
Well, I think if he makes it back, then it's just kind of whatever. But because he has since been killed, it's like, right. Shit. You know, that's what, for me, made it a more powerful moment. When
I think I might have, honestly, not that it took away from the movie, but if Christian Bale went on the rant that you're about to explain that he did, without the note, I might have been a little more endearing to Christian Bale's character.
What rant are you? I don't...
Like the rampage, I mean.
Oh, the rampage. Yeah, so like... I mean...
After the brother goes missing. This is where we are now.
Right, and it kind of... There's a phone call that has been made while it all happens to like the bartender at John Petty's bar. It gets passed along to the local sheriff, who's like, it's in New Jersey, they're in Pennsylvania, there's jurisdictional issues, it's a whole thing. Christian Bale's like, you're just not going to do anything, you heard him, or I keep saying the actor's name, Russell, he's like, okay, whatever. So then, him and his uncle, they go, and they start looking for him. Like I said, like the plot, it's all about him trying to just get justice on his own.
And just to throw another thing in there, right?
Yeah.
The brother is like the good guy. He did everything right. He's a hard worker. He's in love with the Zoe, whatever her name is. Saldana. They're like in love. They're talking about having kids. All she ever wanted was a child.
That's in the beginning.
He gets in this car accident.
Yeah.
Has to go to jail. Not saying it's not his fault, because he was drinking. Yeah. But it just seems like the type of town where everyone drinks and drives. Whatever. Not trying to justify it. It's just a bad situation all around. Yeah. So he goes to jail. He comes out. And the sheriff that is hesitating to look for his brother, or saying he can't because they got their own law right now, they're going to handle it their own way, just happens to be banging his ex.
It's a funny way to put it.
Yeah, they be banging.
Yeah, and they're having a kid.
Yeah, so Christian Bale goes to her. Yeah. They rekindle. They talk. She still loves him. Clearly wants to be with him, but she's pregnant with the sheriff's kid now, and that's all she ever wanted. So she's going to be the mom she's supposed to be. Yeah. So keep watching the movie. And
that part was pretty emotional. Like
they did a
they're
great
both
job.
crying. Like he's like, "You're going to be a great mother." Like it should have been, but you never. They didn't tell you what his prison sentence was. It could have been way longer than it actually was. Like, he could have got out on good behavior or whatever, parole. Yeah. It just, overall, the movie's kind of sad. Like, just as a whole.
Well, that's what, yeah. It's another thing about it.
I mean, I know that's your criticism, but, like, the more we're sitting here talking about it, it's like, damn, this is all really kind of, like, just kind of a bummer. But then, to me, it's like, it's kind of real. Like, you can see stuff like this happening, I feel like.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. It's just, it's dramatized with the music and the situation.
Yeah.
But it's, I forget what show it's from. But you see, you can't stop screwing me over. I think it's Adam Sandler in Bulletproof. He's like, you just can't stop screwing me over.
Oh, the movie with the Wayans brother. Yeah, I forget which one.
Where he set him up at the very end.
Yeah.
But yeah, I felt that way the whole time. That's the one thing about this movie I didn't like, is it just seemed like a real sad story of a good person. And there was really no redemption.
Yeah, I mean, and I think that's a lot of all his movies, at least Hostiles, is not it's not a brighten your day kind of movie.
I mean, little wins. If there were just little wins.
Yeah. There's at the end, he does get his revenge. You know what I mean? That was the one thing about...
It's not even revenge for him, though. It's just like justice.
Yeah. That's a better way to put it, I think. Like, all right, you're going to answer for what you did, and I couldn't remember exactly how it ended, and it climaxes with Christian Bale running after Woody Harrelson through first the bar and then through a field, and he's chasing him with his rifle. He shoots him a couple times, like once in the leg, once here, and he's kind of like, almost like he's torturing him a little.
Wandering his animal.
Well, yeah, he's torturing him a little bit to kind of make him, he makes sure he knows who he is, who his brother was, and it just, it finishes with him aiming the rifle at Woody Harrelson, and then the sheriff comes up behind, and then the sheriff's like, put the gun down, don't do this, and he shoots him with the sheriff watching. And then it just kind of like, he sigh of relief, it's done. And then it just flashes to Christian Bale's character sitting in the kitchen, alone.
Yep.
And then for a second, and that's over. Credits.
Yeah.
So that to me is, it could give me a couple, just something else. I don't need it, but is he going to go back to jail? Or did the sheriff just kind of...
I guess you can't. You can't arrest him now. The sheriff's I saw him kill someone. Yeah. You need to go get him.
No, I mean, is it hey, go handle your affairs, turn yourself in kind of thing?
Right.
Or, I just...
There's no explanation.
I took it as he didn't. He didn't arrest.
We're square. I got your woman, you can have this.
That's that small town justice type thing, and that's kind of how I took it. But I did, again, this is what I just want to... tiny bit more. Just a little bit more at the end.
But I mean, my man's got nothing.
Yeah.
You know? The girl he's in love with, he can't have anymore.
Yeah.
The only thing he cared about, his family's all gone. He doesn't want anything more than the mill he works at, which killed his father.
Which is why I think...
It's just sad, man.
Yeah.
He looked dirty the whole movie.
Yeah, well, which is ultimately why I think he did it. He's like, I don't care. Like, you know, I'm getting justice for my brother, and what happens to me...
I mean, I'd probably do the same thing.
Yeah.
If there was a cop pointing a gun telling me to stop, I wouldn't do it. In that scenario, I would just say, all right, take him to jail, but...
He's right here. Go get him.
Right.
He can't get far.
Yeah.
I shot him a couple times.
That's all you.
Yeah, I did most of the work.
Yeah.
Let's go get him.
I thought one thing about the movie I did like is that it came across as incredibly realistic.
Yeah.
All of the scenes seemed like they could have... The whole movie could have happened in real life.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
Like, it felt real.
Yes.
No, that's kind of how Mayor of Easttown feels. Like, they depict this small town life where everyone knows everyone. Mm-hmm. I like stories like that, and it they felt like real people.
Yeah, it brings you some relation.
Yeah, because I've lived in small towns, a small town once. I wouldn't say Catonsville is like, you know, whatever.
I would say Catonsville is a small town. If I
people here, but we're so close to Baltimore. That's like, you know, whatever. But like when I lived in South Dakota, that town was like, you had the 25,000 people in this town, and then it was a long time to get to the next one. So, and you had like little small town, like you want to talk about small towns in between, where it's like you're riding this 2-lane highway.
It's the shit country songs are made of.
100%. Yeah, it's beautiful. I mean, I love it out there. But yeah,
no doubt.
Anyway, I digress.
We digress. So, my criticisms, if we're digressing, I didn't like the letter. Doesn't matter. It didn't affect me at all. Just in my head, I was thinking about it as it happened. And I didn't like how sad the overall story was.
Yeah.
Just a glimpse of happiness. If he would have been able to, like, bang Zoe one more time after he got out, something. Just give my man a bone. Win a scratch-off ticket for him. Really something.
He didn't, yeah. Hopefully, he went on to do, you know, better.
He's a murderer. With a record.
But... murder is a strong word there, right? I mean, technically, yes, he murdered him.
Yes, he did.
But nobody's going to...
Well, he also is the reason that the lady that works at the bar was murdered. I mean, that's slept on, but that's his fault. He called, he did the whole setup, the guy was trying to get in the safe, and the reason that guy that works at the bar did nothing wrong is dead.
Oh, you said the lady at the bar.
Oh, the guy. It was the guy. I'm sorry. Lady? The lady was okay. She got slapped around a bit.
Yeah, I felt bad for that guy.
That's
guy,
Christian Bale's fault.
When that happened, I was like, man, that poor bastard. I just like, this guy, he literally wanted nothing to do with it.
Yeah, he's like, I don't want any parts of it. I don't want any parts of it.
He's just a bartender.
Christian Bale sets him up like, hey, come to the bar.
Yeah.
He walks in the bar, kills him. I'm like, oh, let it go, bro. So, he's got blood on his hands, too.
Yeah. So, I'm going to go first this time. My score for this, 7.8. Yeah.
I'll say 7.3.
Okay. All right.
Close.
Yeah.
Both in the 7s.
Probably about a 7.5 if you average them.
Yeah.
Definitely recommend you see this. It's currently streaming on Showtime if you want to watch it. And I would also recommend his other movies, Black Mass, Hostels. I know, Chris, but it's movies you gotta kind of want to watch. They're slower, but the characters are good.
It might have been because I was expecting more from Black Mass, I think. Okay. Because I was pumped about it.
Crazy Heart is also great. With Jeff Daniels, he plays like an aging country singer. It's really a great movie. I would highly recommend Crazy Heart. But
which one's Jeff Daniels? From Dumb and Dumber?
Lloyd. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then the other one I mentioned, Winter's Bone. Winter's Bone is higher for me than this. I would definitely say watch Winter's Bone. Okay. So, all right.
Check it out.
Okay, last thing up. We got our 3 to Keep. 3 to Keep. Ben Stiller edition.
The Ben Stiller edition.
Yes, indeed. So the choices were Along Came Polly, Dodgeball, Meet the Parents, and Tropic Thunder. Now, I created this one myself, kind of on a whim, because those are my 4 favorite Ben Stiller movies. I also think they're his 4 best movies. That's just me.
I like The First Night at the Museum.
But compared to, like, it's good. He has other great ones. He's amazing in Heavyweights, but I just think this right here, these are my top 4 for Ben Stiller. And I'm trying to be fair. I try to make this hard.
What was your thing? You can do what you want.
So yeah, it was, and we got a lot of comments this week. People very passionate about the choices here.
We haven't done one in a while. They were excited to get their opinions out.
We also have not done one in a while. We had a lot of people with the movie combats and all that stuff.
Movie combat's very similar to 3D Keep. It's just one versus the other.
Yeah, exactly. Just slightly different. We're real original on this show.
So I haven't voted yet.
I have. My vote is included in here. Did I tell you what I was picking already?
I hope it's not Dodgeball.
It's not Dodgeball.
Okay.
I'm surprised. Anyway. My pick is Meet the Parents.
Okay. That's respectable out of those four.
Right. It can't be Tropic Thunder. It can't be Dodgeball.
No.
Right?
Those two are in like a league of their own.
Yes.
They should do a movie combat on those two movies.
Yes. But Along Came Polly and Meet the Parents, I feel like could go either way. For me, it's about I've watched Along Came Polly so many, which is crazy to think about because I friggin' forgot about it when we did Jennifer Aniston's Name Their Movies. But my brother and I have watched Along Came Polly. Nick Warfield. I mean, we watched this movie. We quote it over and over and over. I mean, without Along Came Polly, you don't get the word shart. Okay, that's where that came from. Okay, you remember that scene?
Didn't he say it in Austin Powers?
Does he?
Yeah, Gold Member. Fat bastard.
Which one came out first?
I don't know.
Oh, I gotta look that up because I'm almost sure that it was first said in Along Came Polly.
Google it.
So, yeah, mine's Meet the Parents. And it's like, that's just, it's personal preference. I also love Meet the Parents. I mean, the craziness that happens in that movie is, like, obviously so unrealistic, but also so funny.
I don't like Meet the Parents.
At all?
Nah.
Wow.
I don't like Along Came Polly either.
Damn!
Yeah,
okay.
Sorry.
All right.
So I don't like Meet the Parents because the same reason, same criticisms I have about this movie. Like, Ben Stiller's just a good person, right? And bad things just keep happening to him for no reason. Yeah. I spent the whole movie feeling bad for him as opposed to laughing. I don't know, maybe I'm just a softie. But it's like, why do bad things keep happening to this guy? For no reason. So that kind of turned me off from Meet the Parents. There's some funny stuff, funny scenes for sure.
And Meet the Parents?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I mean, the line I always think, like, go back to, there are two. I have nipples, Greg. Can you milk me? I mean, classic. It makes me laugh. And shout out to Sean Phillips because he said the same thing. That's one that I always point to. But my all-time line from that movie that I absolutely love is he's trying to impress, his fiance's parents. So he goes to the drugstore and he's like, hey, I'm trying to get a really nice bottle. What's your nicest bottle of champagne or whatever? And the drugstore guy's just like, a guy you've seen before, stoner, he's like, Mom's is on sale for $14.95. And he's like, really? That's like, you're nice? You don't have like any kind of like $80, $100 bottle of champagne? He goes, you can get a whole bunch of Mums.
Yeah.
Kills me, dude. Every time, man. Oh, my goodness. Yeah. But again, it's tough. This is one of my hardest picks.
Yeah.
What is your pick? Did you say it already?
Along Came Polly.
Oh, it is Along Came Polly. Okay. All right, man. I'm trying to like not be like so in my phone right now, but
you're looking at the dates the movies.
So Along Came Polly was 2004, Gold Member was 2002, but I'm not seeing that it was said in that movie. But I don't want to be like diving deep into my phone
we'll
right now.
figure it out. We'll make a correction.
Yeah. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I saw somebody else also said it in the comments section, like in the thread on the post. So I think, because that was one of the first things I said to my friends is like, without this movie, we don't know what shard it is, But if I'm wrong, and it was Gold Member, I apologize, and I will look that up.
We're going to figure it out.
Yeah. I think actually 2 people have said it. I said it, somebody in the comments said it, and then my cousin said it. So
listen, whole groups of people can be wrong about things.
Very true.
Just look at the Nazis.
Very true. Very true. So, yeah, anyway, Along Came Polly was the runaway with this, as sad as it is to say. That one got the most votes, and Dodgeball got the least amount of votes. I'm surprised Dodgeball and Tropic Thunder even had any.
So, if we quit Mortal Kombat, movie combat, Dodgeball or Tropic Thunder?
Oh, man. On the fly?
Oh, man. That is a hard one.
I don't know. I honestly don't know. They're both so funny.
They're so quotable.
I'd probably go Dodgeball.
Oh, yeah, I was leaning Tropic Thunder.
I know. It's so hard because they both just have so much, like, to give as far as... comedic value. The stories are so infinitely different too that it's like, oh man. And
Robert Downey Jr., man.
That will never be done again. Maybe I could go Tropic Thunder. You know,
when they're walking, the guy's talking about PlayStation doing Blu-ray, and he looks back and he goes, "You talking to me this whole time?" I was dead. I say that all the time. Julia gets so mad at me. They just be talking, and I go, "You talking to me this whole time?"
Dude, he's
so funny.
He was nominated for an Oscar for that movie.
Was he really?
Yes, it was insane.
That is insane.
Yeah, it could never be done again. It's just so funny, man. It just, you know, it's a weird thing but like, when movies could be funny and like people weren't so sensitive about everything. Like, he's clearly making fun of Hollywood. Like, they're making fun of Hollywood and how, like, you know, I don't know.
But Dodgeball too, man.
Yeah.
Like, you're just reading a dictionary.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. I like to break a mental sweat too. That's me taking the bull by the horns. That's how I like to live my life. Dude, I mean, Ben Stiller is hilarious.
Yes.
Man.
He said, "You see this, Jim? I built this empire with nothing more than a little can-do attitude, some elbow grease, and yes, a very large inheritance from my father, Earl Goodman."
Earl Goodman, yeah.
Dead. Dead. So just both classics.
Yeah.
Those two.
That might be one of the hardest choices I think that's ever been posed on this show. Like, you know.
Yeah, we can maybe at some point down the road movie combat those two.
Yeah, that'd be fun, man. And then even like watch them. You know, because we didn't
watch the movie combat. You watch.
Yeah. I haven't seen. I mean,
I'm not watching 4 movies.
No,
on top of the movies
if we're gonna do a 3 to keep, like, if it's something that I haven't seen in a while, then yeah, I'll brush up. But like, I've seen Along Came Polly, Dodgeball, and Tropic Thunder enough to where I could probably quote it as it's happening. I can just speak the lines as they're coming.
Yeah. You wouldn't feel there's something about Mary in there?
I just don't. I've seen that one time. 2 times.
Very similar to the Meet the Parents thing, where I just felt bad for him the whole time.
Is it okay?
Like he didn't do anything wrong. Funny,
yeah,
but just bad things kept happening to him.
Okay, I just haven't seen that one that many times, and I don't know. Meet the Parents is one. I mean, it's just Robert De Niro. I was playing baseball with Adam and Cleb before this, and I forgot about the whole letter that Robert De Niro. Like, well, yeah, but when he reads the eulogy letter about his mother, he's like, "You gave me life, you gave me milk," and then goes into like, "It was so selfish of me to try to keep you here while the cancer ate away at your bones," you know. And then you know, Ben Stiller proceeds to pop the cork and the urn. I mean, it's just like bugger. Got it. This is one a cicada.
They're coming.
Saw a couple today, finally dead on the sidewalk.
Finally.
It's the first 2 I've seen, and people are saying they're everywhere, and I haven't seen any.
I've seen pictures, but yeah. Really. Stay away.
Okay, so yeah, that's it. Along Came Polly lost. Sucks. Whatever. You're missing out. Philip Seymour Hoffman, dude. I mean, again, this was a Ben Stiller thing. Ben Stiller was great in that, but that movie without Philip Seymour Hoffman is like, yeah, every scene he was in stole the show, and I think that just goes to show like how great he was. He was great. The basketball scene, unforgettable. The line. He had a lot of range. When somebody picked, one of the first people that picked Along Came Polly, I was like, no way. And I put the clip up, like the basketball scene. There's no way you lose this, right? And the scene where he's talking about Ben Stiller saying he's about to get back on the dating scene. He's going to ask Polly out, blah, 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 blah. He's going through all her resume of why he'd be a good choice for him. Because Ben Stiller's character in the movie is a risk analyst. Yeah, he's real uptight. And
how different could she be? I mean, she was a senior delegate at the Model UN. She was in the chess club. She was a mathlete. I mean, her yearbook stats are really impressive.
Did she have a tattoo on her back?
Yeah, so what?
Mathletes don't wear body art like that. Enough said. Baldwin!
Oh, Baldwin is amazing in that movie.
Yeah, sorry, man. But, I mean, yeah, it was definitely, those two were definitely the bottom two. Yeah, so. Yeah. And it could have went either way for me. It's just my initial pick was Along Came Polly. Yeah. So. Alrighty.
Well, shot o'clock.
Shot o'clock. Your pick.
My pick?
Your pick.
Alrighty, man. Let's, we'll do, man, go rum. Oh, no, you know what? Let's go Buffalo Trace.
Go Buffalo Trace.
Buffalo Trace, bud.
Buffalo Trace. This is an awesome pin, by the way.
You know, a little story behind that? You want to hear a little story?
Okay.
Guardians of the Galaxy, what is it? What does it say?
Monsters After Dark.
So that's a ride at Disneyland in California. Right? It's the
cheap one.
It's the one that goes like, you know, you get in it and it just goes up and down, up and down, up and down. It used to be something else, and now it's that. Tower of Terror? Tower of Doom? Is that the ride?
They have that in Florida.
Yeah, so it's
way
that.
more intricate than that.
Okay. Right. It goes like it's all over. But it's that ride, Guardians themed. Okay? So we're in the Celine, I buy her pin. She has a whole bunch on her jean jacket. Awesome. But anyway, so she wasn't there. We went out to California for a wedding. And it was a no-kid wedding. We couldn't take her or whatever. But, like, so we were at Disneyland. We went with, like a lot of my cousins and stuff afterwards. It was a thing that, to celebrate my other cousin's, 40th birthday while we were also out there. So, a whole lot of stuff.
Well, celebration.
Yeah, so that pin was, like, exclusive to Disney, like, the annual pass holders. Only Disneyland, like, annual pass holders could... Either Disney World or Disneyland, either one. So I'm talking to a girl, and I was like, "Can I see that?" She's like, "Yeah." Are you a? I was like, "No, but like I live in Maryland. Like,
hey,
I don't. Like,
my state sucks. Like, give me stuff."
Yeah, I was like, "Listen, I don't. I'm sorry. I buy these for my daughter. It's not for me. It's for my daughter. Like, legit for my daughter." It's in his section. It's in my section. Fair, but. That's how I...
Oh, it was yours.
Finessed.
You lied.
So I let her... I wear it sometimes. She wears it sometimes.
In California Disney World. You Eddie Murphy, that's it.
What do you mean?
Beverly Hills Cop 3.
I have never seen that one.
Oh my God, that wasn't that good. Don't watch it.
I know.
But you know how back in the 80s, Eddie Murphy just talked his way through everything?
Yeah.
Which was awesome. The best part about him, you need to do that more. Well, he did it at Disney World.
Okay.
The third one.
So anyway, I just gave her I gave her the story about how, like listen, I collect these for my daughter. I had a whole bunch already that I had bought for her. Like,
were they with you?
Mulan.
You show her?
Yeah, they were like in a bag. I had them in a bag. I was like, I would love Marvel. I'd love to, like, you know. And it took a little bit. And she thought about it, and she was like, "All right, just don't tell anyone."
What'd you do?
I bought it.
As soon as I got it from her, I would have screamed, "I don't have a pass!"
She sold it to me.
Not a pass, people.
Yeah, I mean, this shit was $20, but like. You know, whatever. Like around Halloween, because it's like Halloween themed, I'll put it on my
They wouldn't sell you a $20 pin?
I know. I was like, come on.
Printing money on
I was like, come on. Like, I'm buying it for, you know. So Celine got like Mulan and Moana, like a bunch of those, and I got that one. Again, if she ever wanted to put on a jacket, she could. Okay. It's like I have that, and what's over there? Halloween. Yeah, I think Halloween she even had it on her jacket at one point, and I just wanted to wear it at one, like on my suit. For something, and and it just hasn't made it back to her jacket yet. So,
I like it.
Anyway, there's that.
It's a good story.
Yep. There we go. Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers to finding pins from rich people.
Well,
hope one rich family didn't get their pin because Ben bought it.
Next week, we are going to review Army of the Dead. Comes out today. By the time you're watching this. On Netflix, Zack Snyder, zombie movie. Looks pretty wild. And then we're going to throw it back to the
movie
80s and 90s.
So my favorite movie combat
and do a movie combat
was comedy. I had a great time with it.
Dude, that 40-year-old version in Hot Tub Time Machine was so much fun.
Yeah, and I guess in that case, mine got destroyed. I like Hot Tub Time Machine better. But
yeah. So I forgot to mention that. Like, when we recorded... Not many people had said anything yet. But I don't know what happened.
John Sheridan.
Oh, John Sheridan. That's right. And the comments just blew up. And it was like a clear 40-year-old version destroyed Hot Tub Time Machine.
And they're doing a thing on the internet where they're saying, if you don't pick 40-year-old version, you're stupid. That's just mean.
It was, but there were plenty of people that did pick Hot Tub Time Machine as well. But like there were just way more that were like...
But like... Those are close enough. I mean, I'm saying, if it was a blowout, then you say that. But these are close movies, in my opinion.
They were, as we rated them, yes. Yeah. But not according to most of the people that listen to us.
Which is fair.
So anyway.
I'll take my loss humbly.
Our choices.
So, yeah, we decided to throw it back.
Comedy.
And we weren't picks on either of these. We just thought they were pretty comparable. Yeah. They both had Bill Murray. So, that kind of has it. But Caddyshack versus...
Kingpin.
Now...
Sports, right?
Yeah, bowling. Bowling's as much of a sport as golf is.
Right.
we'll be honest there.
Yeah.
But I think early, if I'm predicting, it's going to be Caddyshack because of name recognition. And everyone gets in the comments and can't mess with the classic.
Yeah.
Fine. But Kingpin is very underrated. That movie is great.
Yep.
So I think it's going to be a fun week.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to this. That's it. I'm going to rewatch both.
Oh, yeah.
Let's get it.
I'm excited for that.
Thanks for watching. Hit that like button for us. Share it for us. Leave us a comment. It all goes into these weird algorithms that Facebook and YouTube use. The more comments, the more likes, the more shares, the more our video gets out there by them. Not just by you guys, but also by them. They're more inclined to put it. It'll be other places, you know.
And we have such high opinions of ourselves that we think the world needs to hear our opinions of other things.
100%.
So I'm try a different peace sign.
Real talk for real movies, yeah, we'll listen. Real life on real hype, you feel different. Underrated, appreciated, or barely made it. You let us know at Law Bay, yeah, you really hate it. And Christmas like in the past, he thought it going better. And like Jess, it didn't show up and we don't let up. It's real talk, no theoretical, though it ain't invisible, man. It's so dependable, damn. You can't see him if it's dark or bright. Ask Chris with his Miller Lite. Or Blockbuster, it's so good, right? Candyman or Tony Dodd or Holy God. I mean the devil all the time, or release the lie. Apocalypto, go against the grain like your boy Adam, who drink Jack like Jungle Ann and Nick Mullins. Educate us, tell us what you know about him. Is it bad or good like Peanut Butter Falcon? Special guests like Danny D and Dave Arnold. Let us look to the future, event horizon. In real life, the movie will never stop. Till it does, we drop and there's no getting up. Until then, subscribe and they let you know the tops. Only way to know for sure is to watch. So shut up and drink your pops, your soda and corn pops, and listen to the real life movie talk. Movie talk. I'm isolated like the lady in black, and I seek revenge for these movies that whack.
You ready?
Yeah, man.
And we're back with another. Wait, let me see if I hit record.
Okay.
I don't think I did, actually. This time, I don't think I did.
Okay.
No, it didn't.
Oh, shit.
Oh, yes, I did.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, I'm for real this time.
Okay, got it.